Today's question is from Maureen Hagen, who asked, why does TMJ cause balance disorders? So this is a really good question because when people experience problems with balance or dizziness or vertigo, they're sometimes told that it's because of their TMJ. My professional opinion is that most balance-related issues are not because of a TMJ problem. But sometimes, if a structural or functional TMJ problem is correctly diagnosed and then treated, these balance-related symptoms can be reduced. But because this is such a common symptom among TMJ patients, I have included several balance-building exercises in my TMJ rehab program, and I would encourage you all to check out the app. So the most obvious way I think TMJ dysfunction can contribute to balance issues is when there's an asymmetry between the right and left side of the mandible, causing the lower jaw to shift off to one side. And what this does is it moves the chin off center, which brings the throat structures out of alignment. That can make it difficult to breathe and swallow. And because breathing and swallowing are important functions, your body will tend to automatically reposition your head to line up these structures. So it'll look kind of like this. The lower jaw, if it's shorter over here on my left side, my lower jaw is going to have a tendency to shift this way. If it does that and I try to swallow, it's really hard for me to do. But if I turn my head this way so that my chin comes back to center and my throat's lined up, it's easier for me to swallow. Now, that head tilting throws your eyes out of balance, so you'll notice that one eye is higher than the other. The eyes have a mechanism within them so that they'll turn within their sockets if our heads tilt. So I can walk around with my head tilted and not fall down because my eyes will have adjusted to be able to maintain a level horizon. But if your head is tilted like that, what's going to happen to the back of the skull here within the mastoid bones where the inner ear structures are is they're going to be tilted like this, and that's going to throw off the balance between the fluids within those semicircular canals in the left compared with the right. And if you want to find out more about this for yourself, I would recommend that you do the standing symmetry assessment I describe in my app in order to determine if you have a head tilt, which may be due to a mandibular asymmetry. Now, that being said, if I was having a problem with balance or dizziness or vertigo, one of the first things I would do is called the Epley maneuver. If you do this maneuver and your symptoms resolve, then it's likely you've got an inner ear problem, not a jaw problem. Now, if you don't know what the Epley maneuver is, it's actually very easy to do, and the only real precaution would be for somebody that has significant problems with mobility of the cervical spine. Basically, what you'll do is you'll put a pillow down on your bed, so it's going to be positioned under your upper back, so that when you lay down, your head will tilt back a little bit. You'll start by sitting up and then turning your head about 45 degrees in the direction of the side that feels the worst. Then slowly, holding your head in that position, you're going to lie back until your head kind of falls back onto the mattress. Let all your neck muscles relax and hold this position for about 30 seconds. As you do this, you might notice, or somebody watching you might notice, that your eyes kind of go like this. They go back and forth. That's called nystagmus, and that's a sign that we are indeed dealing with a vestibular problem. Now, after you've held that position for about 30 seconds, you're going to turn your head in the other direction, about 45 degrees the other way, and hold that position, relaxing the neck muscles and just breathing normally. After you've held that position for 30 seconds, you're going to roll even further onto that side so that your head is kind of pointed 45 degrees down toward the ground. You're going to hold that position for 30 seconds, and then you're going to sit up onto that side and stay there for about 30 seconds. I'll leave a couple links in the description if you want to do a deeper dive on this. Now, if you do this Epley maneuver and it doesn't help, the TMJ specialist or dentist shouldn't be your first stop. You should consult with your primary physician who can begin to make a diagnosis and either start you on a medication like meclizine or hydroxyzine or refer you to the appropriate specialist, which could be a neurologist or an otolaryngologist or ENT, or maybe even a cardiologist. They may also send you to a physical therapist for vestibular therapy. Now, after all these more likely causes have been ruled out, a TMJ consultation might be appropriate, and a determination can be made as to whether there are any measurable, observable, structural or functional abnormalities related to your jaw. I hope this helps, and thanks for your question.